This time we're going back to our modern roots.
Since they bought this house, these homeowners have doubled its size.
Wait, you've done how many additions to the house?
Only 3.
With all that work, their modern home's unique style's been dumped by the curb.
It kind of has this cross between contemporary and colonial that really isn't working.
Our designer's putting the cool back in contemporary.
Stainless steel, glass, block, and stone. We're gonna kick it up a notch.
For a makeover that's totally uplifting.
We're going to new heights on this curb appeal.
For Patrick and Jennifer Devlin, there's never a dull moment at home with their 4 kids.
There's just something going on at every second of every day.
The house is Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
There's just barely a moment you can come in here where somebody isn't either coming or going.
To fit a growing, active family, the Devlins have put 3 different additions onto the house.
When we first moved in, it was your very classic California contemporary, and we've done so many renovations that over the years we just kind of lost what drew us into the house in the first place.
In other words, making it bigger didn't necessarily make this home better. With its clumsy mix of modern and classic, an entryway with no presence, and dying trees in front that are a major safety hazard.
You know, guys, underneath all those additions, I'm sure there's a really stylish house hiding, right?
We're ready to do something to make the outside look great.
I think we have the perfect designer for you guys that can bring out the diamond in the rough in this house.
Designer Yvette Piaggio is right in sync with Patrick and Jennifer.
Well, the house was built in 1950 as a California contemporary, but along the way it's lost a little bit of that contemporary style, so we're really just gonna bring it up a notch and get that California contemporary feel back. Okay, so your garage doors.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
Boring.
First, I
Bland.
see some dings and dents, and what's
Now,
that
you wanna
about?
tell us about that?
I did that. I can't blame it on the kids. I was stringing lacrosse nets and boom,
Okay.
boom, boom, and I had put about 5 or 6 holes in the door before I noticed.
Oh, I love this tree. This tree is why we bought this house. It's dead, and it's got to go.
We have a fondness for the tree, but as you can see, it's not doing well, and as you can hear, even,
Yeah.
the tree needs to come down.
I really want to get rid of the front door because I don't think it matches the style of the house. And I'd like to do maybe a solid door and instead do glass blocks so that we still get the light, but it's more contemporary.
I'm also not much of a fan of the brick.
Yeah, the brick
I don't think the
doesn't
brick
fit.
fits in with the whole
I agree.
contemporary feel as well.
How do you guys feel about stacked stone?
I love
Sounds
stacked
great.
stuff.
More contemporary. I'm so excited to work with Patrick and Jennifer. Possibly, I'd like to talk about doing a second story porch, incorporating some Asian elements. My wheels are spinning.
Before her ideas spin out of control, Yvette gets a design plan down. To help the house blend in with the surroundings, Yvette wants to paint the siding a dark color with even darker trim, and the front tree will have to go for safety reasons. Then, Yvette hopes to add a sleek second floor deck with a contemporary stainless steel and glass railing. Down below, she'll put in a stainless steel front door and add glass block walls for a real eye-catching entryway. On the garage, we'll put in new doors that we'll liven up with a clean paint job, and we'll cover the dated red brick facing with real stone veneer. Asian-inspired landscaping will complement the contemporary design and bring some color and clean lines to the front yard. Finally, we'll add some cool furniture to the new outdoor spaces. But it's a rough start the next day as the Devlins' beloved trees come down.
I know, I know, I know it is. I know it is.
Oh, God.
But the next day, Jennifer gets a mood change by shopping for new colors for the house.
I'm really
Big
excited.
day.
I've wanted to
Paint,
change the color of my house for years. I didn't like our house color since the moment we put it on the house, so I think this is going to be a great change. Well,
I really like earth tones, so I've been imagining something that is in the gray or the green family, you know, makes the house blend into the landscape a little bit more.
These two are my favorite out of all three of them.
I kind of like this and this one. Why don't we go with the middle one? You like it, I like it.
I think this will be perfect and it'll really pop with all our other elements.
The very next day, we're painting the house. And the tired beige is going a greenish gray with a dark trim.
That's a pretty bold change,
I
right?
know, it's exciting. You know, I wanted to do something darker that would blend in with the landscape a little more and not be quite so, you know, stark.
All right.
So,
Be honest, what do you think so far?
you know, it's hard to tell, but I like it. I think the color is really green, which is surprising.
Good.
But I picked gray.
Now the dented garage doors are coming down.
Well, lots of old stuff going down means we get to put up the shiny and the new. But the makeover fun really begins when we come back.
Coming up, a flashy front door gives the entryway some real contemporary shine. Stone facing that's got that certain something,
This one sort of has a bling appeal to it.
and a unique perspective on a deck floor.
It took 8 hours just pounding and pounding and pounding.
Next. Jennifer and Patrick Devlin have been wanting a big change on their house for a long time. And today, they're getting new garage doors to replace their old indented ones. These look like wood, but they're actually steel. Total cost for both doors, $2,400. Later, Patrick's off to pick out some stone veneer to replace the not-so-sleek-looking brick that's on the additions of his house.
We've seen some other additions in the neighborhood where they have used stone, and we're just really blown away by how much more contemporary and much more natural it looks and much more earthy.
The product that we're looking at here is a real stone thin veneer. You also have a manufactured veneer that you could use as well.
We definitely want the real stone.
The stone will be mortared and then placed on your brick. It's light enough that the wall will bear the weight of the stone.
I'm looking for something a little bit more contemporary, maybe a little bit more linear. This is much more along the lines of what I'm looking for. The texture's kind of funny on this one. This is more, I guess, what I'm looking for too, but the color's not quite right. But we're definitely headed in the right direction.
Over on this side, I think we have some colors that
Wow,
will...
this is it. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Both of these,
Okay, great.
I think, are more, they're earthier. This one sort of has a bling appeal to it. See how it's kind of got that shininess? We're doing a lot of stainless steel accessories on the front of the house and stuff, so I think this would play off of that real nicely.
Stone decision made and all, Patrick's still got confidence issues.
I'm nervous as heck with about how this is going to look on the house. I've seen the other houses in the neighborhood and I love what I see, but doing that to my own home is kind of scary.
Now, work on the second floor deck begins. First, we're tearing out the windows to make room for a door.
So you are gonna get a balcony. That is really cool.
I'm really excited, and you know what's really neat about it? It's gonna have a glass floor, because that was my one condition, because I didn't want the downstairs to be so dark.
It's
so
very
you
funky.
get sunlight through
But
it.
you know, I see your boys are already having some fun with it.
I know, that's gonna be a problem.
One level down, we're widening things out to make room for a new stainless steel front door. It's about 6 inches wider than a traditional front door, so the crew had to break through some wall for this frame.
They are all stainless steel, so there's no shellac or lacquer that's going to break down with ultraviolet exposure or with moisture or anything like that. They never rot or warp or swell, so they're virtually maintenance-free.
All that durability doesn't come cheap. This model is costing the Devlins about $7,000. Now the crew starts prepping the bricks. And the real stone facing starts to go up. To cover up all the brick is a $10,000 installation job. But it's a clean contemporary look that Devlin's really wanted.
The stone facing looks really good. Great job picking it out. Are you still nervous?
Well, I was still a little nervous, but now that I see it up against the new paint job, I just love it. I think the colors blend together really well.
Later, installation of the stainless steel deck begins. This is not a job for the faint of heart. First, the support structure goes up. And once the support posts are in, the crew welds it all together. Now we can start stacking the glass block wall.
So we have glass block going in under the balcony. That's very cool.
Thanks, Dan. It is very cool. We are using the glass block as an enclosure to the patio.
Yep.
It lets light in, it's very contemporary, and it's also tying in with the floor on the balcony.
There's a whole lot of glass here, right? A lot to work
There
with.
is a lot of glass, but it's fantastic and it's contemporary and it's going to look amazing.
But before we get to that point, Jen's busy scraping some of the dried mortar on the glass.
I've been so excited about getting the glass block up that I'm happy to help in whatever way I can.
Now the Devlins can focus on the glass block floor for the balcony. It's a meticulous and time-consuming process. But Jennifer and Patrick aren't going to let nightfall stop them now.
Basically, you've got a steel grid, and then you lay down these aluminum pieces that fit together like a big jigsaw puzzle. And then once they all snap into place, you just drop the block down in a little rubber pad, and it sits right in the middle.
The next morning,
So how late were you guys up last night working on that floor?
We had a late night.
Yeah.
It was 10:30 before we finished that one. And there's a lot more to do. You got to pound the aluminum struts into place.
That's why you've still got the mallet right now?
Yeah,
Not because you want to beat me up, right?
And you know, I'm really tired.
So
and
maybe I'll
I
take a
think
step back.
Maybe
No,
you should
you're
take
doing fine
over.
on your own.
All right, one down, 7 to go.
with the glass floor finally in, the crew can put up the ultra-modern railings.
There's glass, there's stainless steel. It's got kind of a sexier appeal to it. It's definitely an upgrade over something that's just there so people don't fall off the side.
This custom-made railing costs about $300 a foot, but you can't beat the sleek look of glass and stainless steel. Coming up, how to keep a stainless steel door looking shiny and new.
It's really working.
A wood railing gets the ultimate in durability.
This stuff is heavy. Oh.
We're that much closer to our modern marvel of a makeover. Next. Jennifer and Patrick Devlin are in the middle of their ultra-modern makeover. Today, Patrick's fitting rails made of super durable ipe wood for the balcony.
Ipe is a really good outdoor wood. It'll wear much the way teak will. It's even heavier and denser, so we think it'll last a good long time, and we think it's a very attractive wood too. God, this stuff is heavy. Oh. Oh.
Passively watching.
The next day, Jennifer's busy turning a soda pop addiction into a colorful accessory for her new entryway.
I like to get my pop cans all nice and organized here.
With the help of artist Susie Levin, she's decorating this frame with pieces of aluminum cans.
You want as much of the colored part as possible.
This simple plywood frame's been spray painted black, and once it's decorated, it'll go around a mirror. They attach the metal pieces to the frame with carpet tacks, and before long, Jennifer's got herself a totally unique entryway mirror. Back out front, the slate patio is going down.
Slate is a great stone because it crosses over. It can be really classic and traditional, or it can be really contemporary. For this design, I wanted a real contemporary look, so I wanted to incorporate more of a geometric shape.
So,
Later,
what you mean.
Yvette's roped me into making this makeover of steel really shine.
We do have a stainless steel door
All right.
that gets a lot of use, and there's a lot of smudges.
Right.
So olive oil is great for cleaning stainless steel.
You mean olive oil from the kitchen?
Olive oil from the kitchen.
Wow, all right.
Common household item.
So that is
perfect
gonna-
for cleaning
Stainless steel.
smudge marks.
Excellent. I got to give it a shot here. Would you like a little oil?
Yes, please, Dan.
All right.
See these smudges?
Oh, yeah.
Look,
The ones you
I
just
just
made?
made one. Right?
Right.
So you just rub it on.
Oh, look at that. Because it's all about getting the streaks out.
Yes.
'Cause once
and
it
you just
dries,
want to
it'll
do
be
like
fine.
an even
Yeah.
circular motion. And this is great, you know, refrigerators, a lot of stainless steel refrigerators.
So it will
front
work on all the
doors.
kitchen appliances and stuff that are stainless
Yes,
steel.
Dan.
It's really working.
See? I don't lie.
Yeah, my hands are a little moisturized too.
See, it's good for your skin. We're multi-purpose.
Now we're taking care of the landscaping. First, making room for a new front lawn. Landscape designer Derek Thomas is rolling in with an Asian-inspired plan.
The idea behind the landscape design is to give a really great feng shui feel to the entire landscape. We want very clean lines. We want to use a lot of grasses. Grasses are used a lot in traditional Japanese landscaping. The grasses are going to be nice, flowing, unassuming, and almost no maintenance.
Remember the front trees the Devlins were so devastated to have cut down?
I know.
Derek's got two elegant replacements. First, a weeping white birch for the front flower bed.
In a lot of Japanese landscapes, you'll see weeping trees and things, so the weeping birch is going to add that, but it's also going to grow up, and it's going to give them some of the privacy that they're now missing.
And closer to the house, a purple plum tree goes in for some bold color. The new front lawn goes in. And the garage doors get painted for a clean look. The new mirror Jennifer created adds a spot of bold color against the entryway's neutral tones. And sleek new patio furniture is the final touch to this ultra-modern outdoor space.
Well, we are finally done with this makeover, and there isn't much we didn't put into it. Wood, glass, steel, stone, even aluminum cans. And you'll get to see how this exciting mix of materials all comes together when we come back.
Coming up, we've taken this contemporary style home back to its modern roots and gone for more, much more. You won't believe the results. Next.
Homeowners Jennifer and Patrick Devlin are big fans of contemporary design, but their once stylish home had lost all of its charm when they kept adding on to it over the years. Now we've given this place a major facelift and really brought it back to its original cool. Check it out.
Before, Jennifer and Patrick's home was a mess of clashing styles, from modern to traditional and everything in between. But designer Yvette Piaggio used her dramatic sense of light and space to take this house from bland and outdated to bold and modern. Before, the tired neutral color was really working against the house. Now, an earth tone combo of greenish gray with darker trim emphasizes the house's contemporary lines and helps it blend in with the surrounding trees. The brick on the house was never a good look for a modern style home and clashed with the siding. But real stone veneer has given the house an instant facelift with a cleaner, more natural feel that mixes organically with the new house color. The old house facade was flat from top to bottom, with a bland entryway that made no impression from the curb. But talk about a dramatically eye-catching difference. Now, a glass and stainless steel frame deck over the new patio gives bold new dimension to the front and creates a totally modern outdoor space. Down below, a gleaming stainless steel door opens onto a spectacular glass block patio that we've decorated with some seriously cool furniture and accessories. What there was of old landscaping was totally overshadowed by large trees that were becoming a safety hazard. Now, it's a meticulously designed Asian-style garden that complements the home's contemporary feel. With dramatic new dimension and space, a dynamic mix of bold materials, and Asian-inspired elegance, this big bland house and its clumsy additions are now a unified modern marvel.
Wow, look at it. Isn't it beautiful?
Yep.
It is just amazing. I had a vision in my mind of what it might turn out to be like, but this is nothing like the reality. It's 10 times better.
The door is so cool.
The door is amazing.
It's like Fort Knox.
I know.
The humongous door is definitely one of the best things. It almost seems like you're going into a vault.
I really love the glass block. I love the way it just kind of sparkles, and it's the first thing you notice.
There's been so many times where I sort of have to pinch myself looking at the house, just can't believe it's my house.
We literally spend hours just staring at our front yard and going, wow, how did we get here? This is just beautiful.
So you guys, I know, are feeling good because the job's done, and Yvette, you've got to feel great. You unified all these additions. Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so pleased with how everything turned out. We have plenty of light. We have the whole contemporary vibe. I think it's amazing. What do you guys think?
Thank you so
Fabulous.
much. It's awesome, and I especially love the big heavy steel door, so I have a new place to throw the lacrosse balls.
I don't know. Just stay away from the garage doors.
No, it's perfect. All I have to do is rub a little olive oil.
Ah, he's learning.
Oh, my darling living time.
Hi. I didn't see you there. You know, homeowners Patrick and Yay!